Today we'll be discussing the environmental issues present in the United States of America. I'm Amanda Appleton.
I am Mona Barrera.
I'm Daniela Pacheco.
I'm Jacqueline Reyes.
And Sofia Reyes.
Global warming. Since the year 2000, we have experienced 16 of the 17 warmest years on record, including 2016, the hottest year ever recorded. As the oceans warm, we're learning that it's no longer a question about whether or not the Antarctic ice sheet will melt and how fast it will occur. Scientists say climate change could tip toward catastrophe, with sea levels rising faster along our coasts and storms growing more powerful, and droughts and other forms of extreme weather more disruptive. What to do? If we accept, as we must, the broad scientific consensus that our pollution is accelerating these changes, then this is our challenge: to stop putting carbon into our air and to repower our society with clean, renewable energy such as solar, wind, and energy efficiency. Solutions. The good news is that solutions like solar, wind, and efficiency not only reduce carbon pollution, they also clean up our air, reduce asthma attacks, and promote energy independence.
Pollution and air quality in the U.S. Air pollution is the introduction of chemical particles, biological materials, and other substances into the atmosphere. These can happen naturally or as a result of technology. Usually it is a combination of both. Air pollution can take the form of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide or sulfur dioxide, which are warming the planet through the greenhouse effect. According to the EPA, the greenhouse effect is when gases absorb the infrared radiation that is released from the Earth, preventing the heat from escaping. This is a natural process that keeps our atmosphere warm. If too many gases are introduced into the atmosphere, though more heat is trapped, and this can make the planet artificially warm, according to Columbia University. Air pollution kills more than 2 million people each year, according to a study published in the journal Environmental Research Letters. Reasons. Exhaust from cars and other transportation vehicles, smoke consumed from forest fires, factories, and other sources, naturally occurring methane gas from farms and the breakdowns of organic matters, volatile organic compounds found in paint and other manufactured items, aerosols from hairsprays, deodorants, and various household sprays, dust, and small particles of dirt. The United States Congress passed the Clean Air Act in 1963 in an effort to limit the amount of pollutants released into the atmosphere. Other possibilities are: don't over-accelerate or speed, keep your car in good working order, shop locally and try not to have items shipped from long distances, be frugal with the amount of electricity that you use in your home and workplace, choose recycled products and recycle the products you no longer want, use organic clinic and products, and buy other organic items as much as possible. How to stop it? The states were required to meet ambient air quality standards by regulating the emissions of various pollutants from existing stationary sources, such as power plants and incinerators, in part by the installation of smokestack scrubbers, electrostatic precipitation, and other filters. Auto manufacturers were mandated to install exhaust controls or develop less pollution engines. The Clean Air Act, as amended in 1977, authorized the EPA to impose stricter pollution standards and higher penalties for failure to comply with air quality standards.
Toxic waste in the United States. Hazardous wastes are poisonous byproducts of manufacturing, farming, city septic systems, construction, automotive garages, laboratories, hospitals, and other industries. The waste may be liquid, solid, or sludge and contain chemicals, heavy metals, radiation, dangerous pathogens, or other toxins. The parent company of Dollar General stores agreed to pay more than $1.1 million to settle a civil case accusing the stores of unlawfully disposing of hazardous waste in local landfills around California. Tulare County District Attorney Tim Ward announced on Monday, April 17, 2017. Toxic waste can harm humans, animals, and plants if they encounter these toxins buried in the ground, in stream runoff, in groundwater that supplies drinking water, or in floodwaters, as happened after Hurricane Katrina. Some toxins, like mercury, persist in the environment and accumulate. Violations like dumping hazardous waste in town dumps to avoid paying the fees charged by waste transporters and waste facilities may result in hefty fines. What to do? The Federal Resource Conservation and Recovery Act regulates how hazardous waste can be handled and stored. It also lists some, but not all, the waste that EPA considers hazardous. Substances that are not on the list but are toxic are also considered hazardous waste and subject to EPA's rules. The Superfund Act contains rules about cleaning up hazardous waste that was dumped illegally. Our challenge is to report any illegal dumping of toxic waste in any area that is not suitable for harmful materials. Electing politicians who care for this matter is equally important because they have the ability to influence the minds of those in the EPA in order to create less lax laws on behalf of toxic waste. Solutions. Reporting illegal dumping of toxic chemicals or materials. Elect politicians that care about the issue of toxic waste dumping. Refrain from dumping household chemicals in areas that they shouldn't be in. Educate yourself on the issues at hand for the greater good of the country. Inform peers and neighbors of the issues.
Mining and drilling is extraction of wide range useful materials from the ground such as coal, metals, diamonds, gold, and stone. These substances are used widely in building and manufacturing industry, while precious stones are used as decoration. These minerals play an important role in the economy of the U.S., but the extraction of these natural resources leads to some adverse effects on the environment as well. Mining is generally very destructive to the environment. It is one of the main causes of the deforestation. In order to mine, flora and fauna are destroyed. With the ground completely uncovered, mining operations use huge bulldozers and excavators to extract the metals and minerals from the soil. In order for the extractions to function, they use different chemicals. These substances go through pipes and are often discharged into rivers, streams, bays, and oceans. This pollution contaminates all living organisms within the body of water and also the people who depend on the fish for their main source of protein. Other environmental impacts of mining and drilling are oil spills, erosions, formation of sinkholes, loss of biodiversity, acid mine drainage, disruption of wildlife, contamination of soil, and contamination of surface and groundwater. Ways to prevent mining. Reduce the consumption of minerals. Substitution of materials and processes with more environmental friendly components. Use recycled materials instead of mined materials. Make more organizations that protect the environment from mining and drilling. Speak up to your friends, family members, teachers, and people in your country about the problems we are facing due to mining and drilling.
What can you do to help save our planet? Water conservation. When showering, take shorter showers. Don't leave sinks running when brushing your teeth. Water your grass at night. Check faucets for leaks. Use a broom to clean your driveway and not the water hose. When washing cars, use a bucket. All of these ways are forms of conserving water to ensure that we use these resources wisely. Conservation of energy. Buying better light bulbs, investing in buying an eco-friendly car, carpooling if possible, using solar-powered energy, using wind-powered energy, and turning lights off when not being used. According to the NRDC, LED light bulbs use 80% less energy as opposed to regular light bulbs. A 10-watt light bulb replacing a traditional 60-watt light bulb can save on average $125 over the light bulb's life. Some additional tips: reduce the amount of trash by avoiding littering, implement the use of reusable bags at stores, planting a tree, and this helps to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide in the environment. Having our tires properly inflated. According to the NRDC, if all Americans kept their tires properly inflated, we can save 1.2 billion gallons of gas each year. And this is simply by adding air to our tires and collecting cans. And always remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Thank you.